And here's one of them. I've no clever things to say. I can joke about naked pictures a bit Romney again if you guys want me to.
No.
That wasn't a very good joke. Scratch off on this one, next show.
Just read it.
Shut up. No, that's what you're supposed to say to me. Shut up and sing.
Shut up and sing.
The neighbor kids and I, we used to sneak out of our houses every Sunday night, after the world fell asleep, to try and find out what it dreams of. We decided the best way was to ask God. But it was after midnight, and we figured maybe God was sleeping too, so we wrote out our questions on sidewalk chalk for him to read over breakfast, and we didn't want anybody to mistake our secret prayers for open letters to the neighborhood, so we invented our own hieroglyphics. Pepsi, horseshoe, book, question mark, can you read this? The next day at school, we all congregated together to tell each other about our dreams. Raphael dreamt of a monk spray painting graffiti on the side of cathedrals. Jessica dreamt of her father. She knew it was him, even though she never met him. And I dreamt of words turning into pictures inside heads, resting on sidewalks underneath the stars. And these were visions. So we continued asking questions like apple, thought bubble, spot, teeth, notebook, horseshoe, furrowed eyebrows, question mark. I told my teacher my dog ate my homework. Are you mad at me? And the answers got easier to find. We found them in our day-to-day lives, like substitute teachers becoming angels and piles of leaves speaking to us as burning bushes. Pair of $1,000 bills, pillows, house on top of clouds, question mark. Are my grandparents sleeping in heaven? And I swear, that day, I heard the creaking of my grandfather's rocking chair in every breath of wind. I felt certain we were talking to God, that he was up there and listening, and that he cared. Storm cloud, equal sign, upside down, smiley face, question mark. When it rains, does that mean that you're crying? We never knew if he answered that one. It was the last question we asked him before my friends moved away, and I stopped drawing on sidewalks, stopped seeing God in rainbows and ladybugs, and after a while, stopped praying. Now, I'm 26 years old, and I know I should know better than to believe in stuff like this. But the other Sunday night, I went outside. I drew the biggest mural I could think of. A tree with leaves made of music notes, branches stretched out towards the sky like tongues trying to catch snowflakes, and roots digging into a world made of books, constellations, hammocks, and brand new socks. And I had no fucking idea what any of that was supposed to mean. But I figured if anybody could figure it out, it would be him. I waited for a week. I heard nothing back. I slept dreamless. I heard nothing back. The next Sunday night, I went outside. After the world fell asleep, not caring what it dreams of anymore, my back felt like it was on fire, like walking out of a burning building and into darkness. And I wrote a sentence in English. I don't believe anymore. And that night, it rained. It's gonna be on the stage again, gonna be like at Auntie May's. Love this town, love this bar. Make sure to treat your servers who are treating you very well in return. Tip them, they're great, they're professionals, they're the best in the business. I'm gonna read one more poem. I figure I've read 16 poems about people dying, or people not eating, or people losing their faith in God and shit. So I kind of switch it up a little bit and do something completely different. This is my last poem. I'm Michael Mlekoday. Good to meet you. I get one. Like Michael Mlekoday, yeah! Yeah. No jokes. I think my 3-year-old nephew is Jesus. I was babysitting him one day and I asked him what he wanted to do. He said, me want to saw the dinosaur movie. I said, Ryan, don't you mean I want to see the dinosaur movie? He said, no. I want to say, me once saw the dinosaur movie, and I'm not too used to losing arguments to toddlers. I am a champion of debate. My friends have observed that I would rather lose a girlfriend than an argument, and I've proven them right on several occasions. So when my 3-year-old nephew beat me in a debate about grammar, I figured he must be the baby Jesus. I rushed out the next day and bought the most obnoxious bumper sticker I could find. It said, your son might be on the honor roll, but my nephew is Lord and Savior. And I started writing down everything he said as if they were parables. He said, when I grow up, I want to be a fire truck. And he must have meant he's come to wash away the fire of sin that we've been building. And he said, I tried eating the rain, but I swallowed a thunder. And he must have meant he's got the wrath of God echoing around in his belly. When I told my psychologist of 6 years that I was quitting therapy because my nephew is the second coming of God and I have to go spread his teachings. She seemed a little skeptical. So I set out to prove it. I found a dead leaf, named it Lazarus, brought it to him as a burnt offering, and asked him to raise it back to life. He didn't know what to do. I guess all he could think of was his mother and his scraped knees, because he just kissed the leaf and said, all better. And as goddamn adorable as that moment was, I knew once and for all that my nephew was not actually Jesus. But questions of divinity aside, the kid still beat me in an argument, so I kept on studying his teachings. He said, when I grow up, I want to be a fire truck. He must have meant that his imagination will not be limited by issues of basic physical makeup, that he will grow up to be whatever the fuck he wants to be. And he said, I tried eating the rain, but I swallowed a thunder. He must have meant that it is awful hard to keep your chin up when it's storming outside, but even thunder cannot shake a boy who eats dirt on purpose. He said, can we fix it? Yes, we can. And I'm pretty sure he stole that one from President Obama or Bob the Builder. But whatever you think of either one of those heroes, my nephew is right, and his message is clear. We can fix it, and yeah, maybe my nephew isn't God, but he is divine. He is, which is to say, he is human. He's got more than one miracle up his sleeve. He cannot walk on water, but you wouldn't know it by looking at him. To watch him play with his train set is to believe in everything you've forgotten about since puberty. To hear him ask the question, why, is to understand the oldest prayer we have. Maybe my nephew isn't Jesus, but me wants to say that he is. Thank you.